Salutations everyone, and welcome to one of the very few non-Halo 4 videos in your sub feed today, even though that is what I spent all day yesterday doing. Outside of voting, I did vote, made sure my vote did not count by voting for someone that had no chance of winning, because that's just what I do. You know, gotta stand up for what you believe in, regardless of how fruitful your attempt at changing things are gonna be. And that includes Call of Duty, because I'd like to stray away from the norm, you know. People say, oh, you can't post a 48 and 6, the M16, and I say to you, I'm using Stalker, so get off me. Yeah, so I'm using, gosh, what am I using? Scavenger, obviously. Sleight of Hand and Stalker as my third perk. And this game really showcases how incredibly strong Stalker is. You know, it made its first appearance in Modern Warfare 3, and it took a while for this perk to catch on, as it, you know, a lot of new things tend to do. But this thing is so strong, and if you haven't used it enough, you don't realize how good of a perk this is. I mainly just use this perk on my light machine gun classes because, you know, they have a slower run time than all the other weapons. So the ability to aim down sights and strafe a little faster is definitely good for the light machine gun especially, but also good for pretty much any gun. There's been a lot of YouTubers who've been complaining about Stalker, you know, people in pub matches using it, and how incredibly strong it is, and how it puts the person who's using it at such a great advantage. A lot of people are using it on their submachine gun classes, their ACR classes, which for most people is the only class that they have. But yeah, I'm showcasing it in a gun that I use quite often. It's the gun I use most often than any other weapon in the game. The M16 with the suppressor and am I using extended mags or rapid fire? I think it's rapid fire. Along with my perks. But this the Stalker is what I wanted to showcase in this game, because I know it's really strong, but I haven't really given it a chance to be the star of the game before. I've used it in my light machine gun classes, and I've had good success with those weapons, but I haven't really used it on an assault rifle or a submachine gun class. And I really wanted to make sure that I'm aiming down sights for the majority of this game, and I am. As you can see with Stalker, I'm able to push up on the enemy faster. I'm able to transition from enemy to enemy a lot faster while aiming down sights, keeping my shots on target, keeping them, you know, accurate, since I'm never straying away from aiming down those sights, so I don't have to worry about any inaccurate hip fires from, you know, mid to long range, which are going to be inaccurate anyway. Especially with the M16, it's not going to have much luck with it. So, but you know, that M16 is still very accurate and very powerful if you can stay on target and have your enemy acquisition between those sites. And that is definitely what I did here. Of course, I'm in my Reaper now, so Stalker isn't going to help me very much. But I can definitely see why people complain about this perk. And if you don't realize how strong it is because it's a perk that you don't notice that someone's using, you know? It's like hollow points. If you get killed by someone using the hollow points, you never know that they're using hollow points, even if you watch that kill cam. If you're getting killed by someone with using Stalker, unless you take the time to watch that entire kill cam, you may not realize that the reason they got that kill was because of Stalker. And I'm not hating on Stalker. It's a really good perk. And, you know, some people may say it's too good. It's not. It may be overpowered. It may not be overpowered. But it is really, really strong. And the way that people use it, they exploit it by just, you know, aiming down sights, you know, way too often, like I am in this game, which, you know, well, that's not OP. You're just aiming down the sights. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's true. But it gives you such a great advantage that it can easily be deemed too strong of an advantage. It might not be overpowered, but used the correct way, it may be too strong. And as you can see, I mean, anything I use is going to look like it's too strong, right? Because I'm such a great player, but whatever. But Stalker is such a strong perk, and if you take the time to watch every kill cam of you getting killed by, you know, the ACR, that PP90, that MP7, you know, the only guns that people use, you see more and more Stalkers nowadays. Now, of course, you also see more sit reps nowadays since the patch, and that'll be interesting to see how that plays out in Black Ops 2 with the whole dead silence and awareness perks, and the fact that you can have both of them. And the way that they will interact with each other, that will be interesting, but Stalker will be in the game as well. It's not going to be a perk, as you know, sleight of hand and quick draw. Anything that has to deal with your gun is an attachment, not a perk. So fast mags is sleight of hand, and quick draw is still named quick draw. But as far as Stalker goes, I believe it's called a shoulder bipod or stock or something, shoulder stock I think it's called. But that it's going to give you the Stalker ability, you know, be able to move faster while aiming down sights, which once again initially doesn't sound super strong, but once you use it, once you've seen it used, and once you use it quite a lot with you know, a decent gun, or at least a gun that you're decent with. A lot of people wouldn't say that the M16 is decent, but I am very proficient with it. And when I put Stalker on this puppy, I just become a stronger player. I'm able to just move my sights faster. Something as simple as that can make the difference between me getting killed and me getting 3 kills. Now, you know, I'm still not going to be invincible, and this perk is only going to help me in so many ways, but the fact of the matter that I'm going to be able to aim down sights and move my sights faster, move my character a lot quicker than without the perk, is going to translate to more kills and less deaths, more so than many other perks. Some could argue more than any other third-tier perk, and it's great, Dead Man's Hand, you gotta love that shit. But it can be argued that this perk is too strong, and I definitely think the perk is way too strong in the slot that it's in. You may have watched an earlier video where I talk about the perfect Call of Duty perks, and I put Stalker in the first tier that can combat with Sleight of Hand and the UAV Jammer perk, as well as Flak Jacket. But in the perk slot that it's in, used correctly, is by far the strongest, stronger than Dead Silence or Sit Rep or Steady Aim or anything like that. But of course, nothing is stronger than an ACR suppressed in a corner. That guy's a boss. Doesn't matter what perks you put on an M16, and it'll never be an ACR. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My final score is 48-6 here on the interchange with the M16. Comments are always appreciated, as well as a rating to let me know how you feel, and I will see you guys next time.